Morning, everybody. And I would like to apologize for not being on for the past few days. Getting back to work has been a lot more exhausting than I thought it would be. My body's been rejecting me going back to work. If y'all don't mind, keep me in your prayers. I'm just really sore and been swelling up a lot, and I've been so tired. If you would, just pray for me, y'all. Today is April 21st, and I have our devotional here from Sarah Young, Jesus Calling, and we're going to go ahead and read what it says today. Let me control your mind. The mind is the most restless, unruly part of mankind. Long after you have learned the discipline of holding your tongue, your thoughts defy your will and set themselves up against me. Man is the pinnacle of my creation, and the human mind is wondrously complex. I risked all by granting you freedom to think for yourself. This is godlike privilege. Forever setting you apart from animals and robots, I made you in my image, precariously close to deity. Though my blood has fully redeemed you, your mind is the last bastion of rebellion. Open yourself to my radiant presence, letting my light permit your thinking. Whew. When my spirit is controlling your mind, you are filled with life and peace. Our first reading is from Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27. Then God said, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, over the livestock, over the earth, and over all the creation that moves along the ground. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. It also tells us to go read Romans chapter 8, verse 6. All right. Romans 8. I already got the Bible open to the page. I just got to find verse 6. All right, it says, for to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. For to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. You know, this reminds me of another passage in Romans. Let me go find it. I think it's Romans 12. Yeah, look, I already have it. It's been marked. I've read this before. That's why it reminds me of it. It must be something I liked. Romans 12 reads, it's 12 verse 2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. You know, the enemy loves to attack our mind. He has had thousands of years to perfect his weapons that he uses against us, and our minds is one of the things that's how he comes at me a lot. He tries to make me second guess things I believe in, or whispering things in my head that I shouldn't be doing, and makes me think about it. Our minds are very, it's almost out of our control, you know. You can't help what you think, but you can start to recognize these thoughts that come into your mind, and you can immediately rebuke them and ask God for help. You know, there's people out there that are addicted to porn, and maybe they have I can't think of the word, pornographic thoughts. That's not the word, but just bad thoughts, you know. And when them thoughts come into your mind, you can immediately say, no, I'm not thinking about this, rebuke it, and ask God for guidance. Maybe change the subject in your head. A lot of people, I found out there's people that think differently. There's people that have, like me, thoughts in their mind all the time. You know, you think about what you're going to say. You think everything I want to do, it comes to my mind first. But I found out that there's actually people out there that their minds are quiet. They don't think about the thing. Maybe you're one of them. I can't wrap my head around it, and y'all can't wrap y'all's head around my thought process. But these people just speak. They just know what to say. They speak. Me, I have to think about what I want to say, and then I speak. So I wonder if their minds I wonder what provokes them to do the things they do. You know, it's curiosity. But you have some control over this. You can tell yourself, I'm not going to think this. You don't have to continue to go down this road of bad thoughts, bad things. And I think putting on the armor every day that you read about in Ephesians helps protect your mind from Satan. So, you know, let's just go to Ephesians. I know we've done an Ephesians study before, but you should put your armor on every day. All right, where is it? Anyways, because every day is a spiritual battle. Every day Satan can try to come at your mind. All right, where are we? Ephesians chapter 10. And it says, this is about the whole armor of God. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. That means we're not wrestling against your neighbor, your brother, your sister, the one who comes against you, your enemy. It says, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over the present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. So, you're not wrestling against the neighbor, your friend, your enemy. You're wrestling against this Satan, talking to their mind, causing them to do these evil things. So it says, therefore take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil days, and having done all, to stand firm. Stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth. Now, when I read Ephesians chapter 6, I am putting my armor on, and I'm not just reading it word from word like a book. I'm physically, in my mind, I'm picturing myself grabbing this armor and placing it on my body. And I put it on in the spirit. That's my way of putting it on in the spirit. So, fasten on the belt of truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness. You stand up because your breastplate's it's going to keep you with a good posture. You can't slump over if you got a hunk of metal on your chest, right? So you put on your breastplate of righteousness. And as shoes for your feet, having put on the readiness given by the gospel of peace, in all circumstances take up the shield of faith, in which you have extinguished all the flaming darts of the evil one. All, I love that word in here, all the flaming darts of the evil one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. Now, my helmet's heavy, y'all. When I put that thing on, you put it on your head, it's real heavy. Helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. That's my favorite part of the armor, that sword. All right, where were we? Sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Praying, important, praying at all times in the Spirit, with all prayers and supplications. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplications for all the saints. You know, the praying part is important. How are you going to take control over the enemy coming at your mind. You're going to rebuke what's happening. You're going to pray over it. What do you do when your enemy attacks you? Remember the spiritual war that we were talking about. You're going to pray for them. That's what we're called to do. You pray for your enemy. What do you do when something doesn't go your way during the day? You pray for it. What do you do when blessings come your way? You pray about it. You thank God for it. You should pray in everything that you do. That's like what charges your armor, you know? You got this armor on protecting you, and you're praying about everything that's happening to you. You're ready. You're ready for the day. Nothing can come against you. I mean, attacks may come, but you have God on your side. You have the King on your side coming to defend you. There's a song out there. Oh, I don't remember the lyrics, and I'm definitely not going to sing, but it says, "My weapon is a melody." And that, I wish I knew the lyrics to the song. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have brought it up. I don't know the lyrics. But today, as you go out throughout the day, remember that your mind can be attacked. We should not fully trust our minds. We should keep our prayer life strong. Put your armor on and listen to God for guidance. Be able to depict His voice from the enemy's voice. You know, it says in here, "My sheep know my voice, and another they will not follow." You need to know what God's voice sounds like to you. All right. I love y'all in the Lord, and remember, Jesus said He's coming soon. So tell all your friends and your loved ones, and be ready and waiting. Bye.